Hi everyone. I hope you're all staying well at home. I miss seeing you all at school. Today I am going to be making a video for you guys to practice handwriting using the Size Matters handwriting program. It is one of the only research-based handwriting intervention tools. Some of you have already done this with me in school, but I thought it would be really good for your parents to have a video to reference in case they wanted to help you out with this at home. So I'm going to be picking up the video and showing you the paper that I have. So most of you are not going to have three-lined paper at home, so I took regular paper and made it. You could do that, or you could go on free printable papers. If you Google that and go to any of the websites, you can print things off if you have a printer. So here are two ways that you can do it. So let's start with our descriptions of the letters. So size 1 letters, size 2, and size 3. And remember, they all have different colors that represent each letter. So size 1, as you can see, touches the top line and the bottom line. It doesn't go higher than the top line, and it doesn't go lower than the bottom line. It also cannot float in the middle. So all uppercase letters are size 1 letters. So I'll write one here. Size 1. A size 1 lowercase letter touches the top line and the bottom line. It can't go higher than the top line or lower than the bottom line, and it cannot float in the middle. Size 2 letters touch the dotted line. See the dotted line that I made? It also touches the bottom line. It can't be higher than the dotted line. It can't be lower than the bottom line, and it cannot float in the middle. So, let's draw letter A. That's a size 2 letter. C, E, I, so that dot doesn't count as going above. And look, I didn't touch all the way, so let me do that. M, now if you look at my M, I didn't quite touch the dotted line. So you want to be careful that you actually do want to touch it. So I don't know if anyone caught that, but that was a mistake on my part. Here's an O. Okay, so those are all your size 2 letters. I didn't go over all the size 1 letters, but I actually want to do that. So every single uppercase letter is size 1, so I won't go over all those. And then the size 1 lowercase letters are D, B, F, H, K, and L. Now, last but not least, size 3. So the rules for size 3, it has to touch the dotted line, and it has to go below the bottom line. It cannot go higher than the dotted line, and it must go lower than the bottom line. If it has a belly, like a D has a belly, but that's size 2, sorry. So let's see. If it has a belly like a G, I should give you the correct examples, huh? Here's a G. The belly, here we'll go over, I'll write them all and then I'll go over the bellies. Whoops, that actually would not get me a star. Okay, so the G has a belly, should be touching the dotted line and the bottom line. And the Q and the P have a belly. Okay, so like I've practiced with some of you, what I want you to do is practice your size 1, 2, and 3 letters. Your parents can call out a random letter, so I'll say B. And I know B is a size 1 letter. Touches the top line and the bottom line. Doesn't go higher, doesn't go lower. So what they can do is call out, you could start with size 1 letters, and they could give you random numbers, and you can make sure all your letters follow the rules. Then what you can do with your parents is say, does that follow all the rules? Does it touch the top line? Does it touch the bottom line? Yep, it doesn't go higher, it doesn't go lower, and it doesn't float in the middle. So that's a star-worthy letter. You could do that for every letter group. So then, or letter size. So then they could go and call out the size 2 letters. C, E, M, N, O, S, U, V. Okay. Before I tell you, can you guys see which ones are wrong? Remember the rules for size 2 is that it has to touch the dotted line and the bottom line. It can't be higher than the dotted line, and it can't be lower than the bottom line. It also cannot float in the middle. So based on that, I would say letters C and E follow those rules. Although E has a little bit of space, so I didn't quite touch it. As I get more practice, I'm going to want to really make sure my letters touch those lines. I think M follows all the rules, so that can get a star. What about N? Can you see what's wrong with letter N? It's touching the bottom line, but it's not touching the top line or the dotted line. So that would not get a star. The O is touching the dotted line and it's touching the bottom line, but it goes above the dotted line. So that does not get a star. The S looks like it would get a star. The U, it does touch the dotted line and the bottom line, but it goes above the dotted line, so that does not get a star. And the V does get a star. It follows all the rules. So I want you all to practice these letters with your parents. They can even practice their letters, and you could correct any mistakes that they possibly make. Okay, good luck, and let me know if you have any questions.